Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome again to another painting tutorial. If you're new, hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy my painting videos. Today I decided to paint a yellow rose flower. I've always chosen yellow roses over red roses or red ones simply because I find red roses like so typical, like it's all over the internet. I know that a yellow rose is not uncommon, but not many people choose to paint a yellow rose. I don't know. I just noticed that. I just see a lot of red roses and perfectly, perfect petals and all. So I just love painting yellow roses. Here we go. The colors that I'll be using for today's painting will be as follows. So we have titanium white, crimson, black or oxide black, lemon yellow, and green. So we will be using this crimson and black and a little bit of white for the background. So I'll be getting a fairly huge brush just for me to get a good surface area. Okay, every time I do my brush strokes, good surface area. I was just starting and I just got paint all over my hand. And before it was fine, but now it gets a little bit like I'm just starting. I haven't really started yet, but it happens, all right? So I'm going to start first with my black, okay? And we're going to frame this painting visually by darkening the corners of our painting or the canvas. So I'm just going to start with Oxide Black. Okay, and then while the paint is still wet, okay, I'm going to dab onto my, we call this crimson. Okay, and I'm just going to color the rest of the painting or the canvas. You may want to wet your brush from time to time so that you apply your paint smoothly. I was originally planning to just do the background first before filming this so that we start with the main subject. But then I decided to just show you how the background is done because it's quite fun, to just start from the beginning. Okay, again, I'm just going to use my crimson. I don't want to apply too much paint because I want to start the main subject right away after I do the background. If my paint is too thick, I will have a longer waiting time. Okay, and I don't want that. I want to begin the painting already. And this is a tutorial, so I don't want to like waste a lot of your time just waiting for the paint to dry. Again, I'm gonna use a little bit of black. Actually, it's too strong, but okay, right here. Until you cover everything with this color or with these colors, okay? All right, and then as I told you during the intro, I'm gonna have to apply a little bit of white while the paint is still wet right here, just to give it some sort of light effect. Okay, doesn't have to be too much, just that amount. Just to give it some sort of light coming, you know, from the background or from the back. Right here as well. Oops, that's too light. We don't want that. Okay. And then a little bit of crimson. Okay, and then just gonna tidy this area by filling in those blank spaces that I see. Okay. Okay. All right. This is good. Okay. So again, I'm just gonna tidy the sides. I mean, you don't have to do that, but since we're still waiting for the paints to completely dry, you might as well do a little bit of cleaning. Okay, I call it. Okay, this. You can do this after the painting, but I want to do it. Yeah. All right. Okay, I'm gonna wash my brush out, and I think I can sketch now the main subject. So I'm just gonna use a smaller brush. Um, I'm gonna use a small angle brush. It's size 6. Okay. I'm gonna use my white to sketch the main subject. Again, I'm gonna do my best to not paint too big. Okay. So first, let's do the main shape of the flower. Okay. So the flower should go like occupying the middle portion of the canvas. We're just trying to sketch here. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's enough. Okay. And then okay, here. Again, this is a yellow rose, but we're just trying to sketch first. Okay, like that. I'm just trying to get the general shape of it. Okay. Okay. Okay, now the inner petals. I mean, for the inner petals, you can never go wrong. Really. Even if you do it differently, like different from mine, it's okay because it's a rose. I mean, it's a natural subject. It's a natural object. Therefore, we can all come up with a different. I'm just making this a little big. We can all come up with a different version, but following the same tutorial. You know what I mean? Okay, so I just made it a little bit big because I feel like, uh, again, I tend to paint big and I appreciate paintings that are quite big. So I'm just gonna adjust it a little bit without, however, um, removing that space for the stalk and some leaves. So I'm gonna get my green, okay, without washing my brush. I'll be adding magenta, oh sorry, crimson to that so that it's like toned down. And I'm just gonna color, or I'm gonna sketch the this part. Okay, like that. It's a little bit wet right here, but I'm just gonna show you what's gonna be in there. Okay, and then I'm gonna sketch. I'll be adding white so that you can see it. It's just a sketch anyway. So I'm just gonna sketch. Okay, like that. All right, like that. And right here. I love it. I'm not yet even like 50% done, but I'm already loving it. And for me, that's how you know if the painting is gonna go well. Okay. All right, now using this green color, since we were already at it, I'm just gonna add more crimson to that. Maybe add a little bit of yellow. And then I'm just gonna color the remaining surface. Okay. This will serve as the underpainting. Again, my paints um, on this area is still wet, okay? But can actually paint over it. But I have to be very careful because I can still feel that I'm smudging and I can see it. I can see that I'm smudging a little bit of that paint, the red, the underpainting. Okay, I love it. And then I'm just gonna add like a little bit of like leaf here. Okay. And we're gonna do the detailing later. For now, let's just do the basic shapes and colors. All right. And now we can proceed to doing the main subject, which is the rose. All right. So I'm gonna wash my brush out, or I'm just gonna get a good another brush. All right, so I'm gonna wet my, again, my size 6, but it's a little more like round. So I'm gonna dab onto my yellow and white, okay? I'll be adding a little bit of red so that it's more orangey as the first layer of color. Again, add white because yellow is more translucent. It's a translucent color. Add white so that it becomes opaque. Okay, again, I'll be adding more crimson. If you have burnt sienna, you can do that. You can use that as well. I'll be adding my green to that just to make it appear more greenish yellowish color. And then for the underpainting of the yellow flower, I'm just going to use this color. And you can now paint over the sketch lines that we had here. Definitely paint over that. We don't need that anymore. As a guide, we need it. But once we've already identified it, you can go ahead and proceed to painting it over. Okay, maybe. Right. Okay, like this. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. But I'll be adding more green to this side and burn up crimson. Sorry, crimson. Maybe a little bit of black just to darken the color. We want this side to appear more brownish and dark. Darker compared to this side. Okay, I want to make it a little bit. Yeah, I'm just adjusting a little bit. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna allow this area to dry because it's still wet. Okay, with the red paints. Let's continue with the yellow and white color. Can maybe add a little bit of green to underpaint this. Okay, for these areas, the inner petals, you may want to not paint over the sketch line simply because we still want to remember where we put them. Okay, especially during the detailing part, we still want them to guide us as to uh, the separating lines. Okay, we want to see where each petal separates from another one. I'll be adding more white right here. Okay, again. Okay, I'll be adding some green and black. You want some sort of dark colors. Okay, and then some yellow colors. Okay. A little bit of bright white. Like that. And here, just color this area with some yellowish, like reddish, orangey, not so orangey color. So add yellow, a little bit of crimson, and a little bit of green. And just color this area. It's just the underpainting. Don't be scared. Okay? Just remember where the lines are. You know, when we do the detailing, we're going to end up just fine. Okay, don't worry too much. I'm going to get my white and I'm just going to brighten this area. I'm going to add some black. Okay. And then using black, okay, really gonna make, and brown, and sorry, and crimson red. Sorry guys, I'm getting confused. So I'm just gonna color, okay, this area is still wet, but we're gonna do a little bit of low lights right here. Just continue applying the black and the red right here. Don't worry too much if the other colors are mixing, just continue. Because we're using a dark color, the dark will still overpower any light color that we have. Okay? It's different when we do the light on top of the dark color. It's different from dark color over light colors. Okay? It's much easier. This will serve as the area not being hit by the light. Okay? We're starting to create some dimension and depth. Just go on. And of course, just use your finger. Okay, like that. Okay, now using my dark yellow by adding black, okay, let's create some folds. Okay, again, that area is still a little bit wet. Okay. I'm gonna have to use another brush. Gonna get my yellow plus white and a little bit of black, and we're gonna go back. I hope this is dry to this area. So just brush on it very lightly so that you don't smudge. I know that some will suggest just use a hair dryer. I do that. However, I don't want to do it now. I don't want some noise. Okay, when I'm painting, hair dryer is causing too much noise. Right. All right. Okay, I'm gonna add black so that it's a little bit gray. Okay, yellow. Let's brighten a bit this area. Okay, you can see that it's still wet. You know, the red paint is being dragged. Just gonna go back to that later. Okay, I'm gonna get my yellow again plus white. Let's just start creating some details. Mm, Gonna add a little bit of orangey color right here. Okay, and some light color. And then some orangey color. Okay. Again, white. I know it's a little bit tricky because you think it's just a yellow rose, but then there are a lot of shades, okay, that we are using. Okay. So I'm actually brightening the left side by applying white. And you don't have to wash your brush every single time you dab on a different color because, again, this is a yellow rose. It is supposed to be yellow in general. The highlights, while they appear lighter, should still contain a little bit of yellow. Okay, so you don't have to wash your brush. I'm really brighten in this part because if you went outside the line, it's okay. Just paint over it. Okay, it's just paint. And then some darker colors. Again, try to blend. Okay. I'm gonna get my white and carefully outline. this part. Okay, like that. Okay. And I'm gonna outline as well this part. Okay, like that. And I think I need a smaller brush. Yeah, I think I need a smaller brush. Yeah, okay, got it. So I'll be using a smaller brush to really define the petals. So we're trying to highlight the edges of the petals. Okay, like that. Let's make this area a little more yellow, but bright yellow. Okay, like that. And then a little bit of grayish thing right here. Okay, and then some white. Okay, some bright yellows right here. And then some more defining. Okay, like that. We're just defining it, okay? Make this a little bit more greenish. Okay, wash your brush out. And then pure yellow right here. Okay, like that. Okay, I want to like wait for this area to dry. I mean, wait for the flower to dry because I want to proceed or go back to the greenish parts. Sometimes you just have to move from one point to another so that your eyes don't get tired. Okay, I'm gonna get my green, okay, and white, and add tiny bit of black so that it's toned down. Okay, more white and black. Let's start creating some highlights right here. We're gonna do this so that we what they call this, we rest our eyes from this area. And then we're gonna create some shadow right there. I'm gonna add magenta, crimson. I keep saying magenta. And then I'm just gonna outline the edges. Maybe more crimson to make it more brown. I don't know, it's not working as brown. All right, like that. And then some green. Add crimson right here. Perfect. Okay, also right here. Okay, I'm gonna get my yellow and white and green. Let's lighten. Okay, like this. Okay, I'm gonna get my black. Let's darken this. I'm gonna darken the right side. Okay, I'm gonna get my green plus yellow plus red. Okay, maybe add more yellow. You like, okay, that's it. Okay, okay, right here. Oops, it should be more white. Okay, and now I'm gonna use my white to create some sort of thorns and like hairs. Okay, I might use like a very pointy brush like this. Just create some hair like brush strokes. Okay, I'm gonna get some yellow. Now we're back to the flower. And I'm gonna use my hands because I am such a finger painter. I'm just gonna create some patterns like that on the petal. Right. Okay, like that. Okay. We're just doing the inner petals. So I just want you to observe me, how I do it. Okay. Okay. Let's create a little bit of shadow. Okay. Need some more detailing. Wow, this is looking so nice. Okay, I'm gonna get my green mixed with black, and I'm just gonna use that to outline even more the inner petals. Okay, I'm gonna create some gray color with a little bit of crimson. Okay, and then a little bit of brownish colors. Okay, I'm gonna switch to another brush. Gonna get my green plus white. Oops. Okay, like that. Okay, I'm gonna mix my yellow with my crimson. Okay, more crimson. And then yellow colors. Mm, okay. some light yellow right here. Let's just fix this part. Okay, let me just check. Okay, looking good, but I still want some sort of more details. Okay, using white and yellow. Again, just brightening this part. And then yellow. Okay. I'm just gonna do a lot more detailing. Oops. It ended up like super dark. Let's brighten. Sorry, I was just quiet. So I hope you're still observing my, how I'm doing it. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of light yellow down here. Okay, suggesting some sort of light and dimension. Okay. And then crimson. Let's just fix this. Okay. Let me check. Okay. Absolutely nice. Now using more white, I'm just gonna highlight some parts, like highlight it even better. Right here. Again, I just keep brightening the left side. And the leaves, don't forget. Okay. Okay. I'm actually enjoying it. The detailing of it all. I love it. Okay. Wow. It's amazing. I think I'm just gonna have to fix the background. I feel like it's kind of weird. Um, so I'm gonna get my magenta, my crimson, and then darken it with black. And I'm just gonna fix a little bit of, you know, a little bit of some areas because it's. I find it weird, like uneven. I mean, you can do away with this step, but I think we still have time. So let's just go and do it. Right, nice. It's so nice. The background for me, like it goes perfectly with the flower. Okay. Now I'm just gonna add a little more, like a little more detailing since we still have time, and I absolutely love it. So I'm just gonna outline more the inner petals. So using white mixed with yellow, but more white. Okay, we're almost done. But since we already did it this far, we might as well, do a little more detailing, spend more time. Okay. Some more detailing. Okay. Just gonna darken this area a little bit. More highlights. I know that we did a lot of highlighting and shading, and but I know I also want to emphasize the importance of patience when it comes to paintings. Okay, now I'm just waiting for the whole area to dry, okay? But I want to glaze over it a little bit of yellow. So I'm gonna use a big brush. I'll be using my pure yellow. Okay, I'm gonna water that down. And I'm just gonna glaze over certain areas very, very lightly. Okay, again, we don't want to overdo this step. Just very lightly glaze over it. Again, yellow is more of a translucent color. So don't worry too much if whether you're gonna paint over or delete some of the colors that you already did. Don't worry, it's not gonna happen with yellow. By the way, this area is not doing its job. Right. Oops. Where did I get that red? Okay, again, just brightening. Okay. Oops. I'm overdoing the light colors, but there's no problem that has no solution. Every problem has a solution. Let me check. Okay, this is so pretty. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna sign this now. This is done. Okay, I really love it. I'm obsessed with the highlights. Sorry. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna sign this now. I'm gonna use my white, as long as it's light, doesn't have to be pure white, light color, and I'm gonna sign right here. Okay, because we're finished. So I hope you enjoy that one. I'm gonna link in the description box below my floral painting tutorial so that you can, choose from among them, not just my rose flowers or rose flower painting tutorials. So see you in my next one, guys, and I hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope you did not stress so much because it was a little more about shading and layering. So I hope you still enjoy that and you learned something new from me. And see you in my next one. Bye, guys. Love you.